I've been wanting to talk about Japan for a while now. These people are fascinating. At least in my eyes, they are. Let's start with their culture. Very rich, very old, and honestly just beautiful. From the painted faces of geishas to the calm precision in everything they do. It's like tradition never took a break in this country. And their way of life is just wild. Japan is very busy and calm at the same time. Tokyo moves at 300 kilometers per hour, but people still stop to bow and take their shoes off. Like, bro, culture on point. When it comes to food, Japan is one of the healthiest countries on earth. And part of the reason for that is because of what they eat. Clean, simple, and balanced. It's not surprising why they are the country with the second longest lifespan in the world. And their dressing, bro, the kimono still slaps. That thing has been around for centuries and is still smooth. Only the Japanese can make history look this fashionable. And when it comes to their history, it gets interesting. These guys weren't playing around. They defeated Russia in 1905. The Russian Empire, that alone was history shaking. Then they colonized Korea in 1910. Then proceeded to launch a full-blown invasion of China in 1937. And even had the guts to pull up on the US at Pearl Harbor. All within a couple of decades. The balls on these guys. But then came the crash, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombardment. Japan went from a rising empire to a country completely shattered. And yet, they are still here, still standing. They rebuilt from scratch. No magic, no oil money. Just straight discipline and grit. And now, they've got bullet trains, robot waiters, and toilets that can even do your taxes. Okay, maybe not your taxes, but they do too much. I've got mad respect for Japan's bounce back. But on the lighter side, Japan is like a fictional world of anime. And I know that sounds cliche, Japan being the home of anime and all, but hear me out. There are no bounds to what can be in this country. You feel depressed or heartbroken and you want to feel better, just send a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm the guy who rented you out today. But before we
As a matter of fact, you can rent just about anything or anyone in Japan. You can rent a father, you can rent a mother, you can rent a grandma, you can even rent an entire family. And these guys will actually put their packs into giving you a memorable experience. And of course, there are minor limitations. Like a rental girlfriend isn't actually going to give you.
Intercourse with you.
But that's not the point of the whole experience anyway.
You need to get your mind out of these gutters.
As for why Japan is so unique, I can only speculate. Japan has a very dynamic society, which allows for cultural changes in response to the needs of the present generation. On top of that, the Japanese corporate machine is one of the strictest in the world. Like the work-life balance in Japan isn't very balanced. So they have to come up with ways to stay safe. And to that end, they have a long list of somewhat bizarre practices or activities they indulge in that country. And I'm going to run you through just a few of them. I mentioned rental girlfriends. They also have shrine clubs or reikatsu sessions. These are places where people just go to let it out. And no, they are not infantilizing an entire generation. It's therapy. And God knows our world would use some therapy right now. Let me give you an example. For last year and this year, or was it last 2 years and last year? I'm not too sure. For my country, Ghana, we ranked third and fourth respectively in a survey for the most stressful countries for workers in sub-Saharan Africa, with some workers reporting anxiety attacks both at work and at home. It's just wild. People are really going crazy in their offices. Now, like I mentioned earlier, unlike many other countries, the Japanese society reacts to the needs of its people. So their culture is malleable to that end. So they have, amongst many other things, these wake-up sessions where people can just get together and cry over an emotional movie or stories. It's funny, but it's classic. I like it. They also have post clubs. You may have heard of those. Imagine paying someone to pretend they're obsessed with you. You sip champagne while a pretty girl tells you you are special. And before you lash out at men for having weird habits, this thing is actually popular amongst women as well. And of course, there are also boundaries here, allegedly. So you can't just go asking for anything at all. But here's my personal favorite though. The professional apology service. You've messed up and you can't bring yourself to apologize. Just get someone else to do it for you. Don't bow, don't cry, even kneel in public. I thought this was weird until I remembered we have similar weird practices here in Ghana. Like for instance, you can hire someone to come to a funeral and just cry. They'll mourn for you. You'll find women rolling on the ground, drenched in tears, like they were dear friends of the deceased, when in reality they are just paid actors. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff happening across the world. And of course, we can't forget the maid cafes. It's like Disney World for lonely introverts. Even introverts have their safe places in Japan. It is just ridiculous. Who came up with this idea? Mixing omelets with cosplay and mild emotional delusion. But it works. It works. You walk in and immediately some girl in a freely made outfit is like,
おかえりなさいませ。おかえりなさいませませ。
look, I can go on and on. I have like 20 more to go, but I think you get the idea. I want to keep this video very short. But here's the best part. Japan isn't trying to be quirky for attention. These things are normal to them. They are cultural coping mechanisms, like how we Ghanaians break our backs with dance moves during funerals, of all places. And you know what? I kind of respect that. Even though I can't picture myself indulging in any of these practices. But Japan has created an environment where people can thrive, they can laugh, pretend, heal, and be weird without any shame. So if I were to summarize Japan in one sentence, I'd say it's weird, but it's wonderful. Slightly confusing and still wholesome. I like that. Good for them.